Hi, I'm Matt Stone, up on the roof of the home of Mr. and Mrs. Sidon, where Pressure Point Roofing has just finished a full rehab of their roofing system. The largest problem that Mr. and Mrs. Sidon had with their existing roofing system was the lack of ventilation or the lack of proper airflow. The airflow with the house was difficult because it has a vaulted ceiling inside. It has a true vaulted ceiling where you can see the rafters and then you can see the tongue and groove ceiling. So there really wasn't a good way to get airflow with shingles applied right directly to the top of that. So what Pressure Point Roofing has done is we installed some insulation as well as some intake ventilation. That is the biggest problem that most vaulted ceiling homes have, is you have a higher efficiency gas furnace usually, or you have air conditioning, and these homes are built tight enough to where air doesn't just escape out the windows or out the side or out the other holes that used to be common in homes that were built, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even the 70s. In the 80s is when the homes changed and they became a tighter envelope, where ventilation for your roofing system became much more critical. Otherwise, you get the problems that the Sidons had, which was the bulging plywood, where the air would condensate. That vapor's got to go somewhere and it's going to push up. And that's what it was doing, is it was pushing that plywood and popping that plywood loose. And then they also had issues where they would have circular areas of condensation or moisture issues where it just couldn't escape. So now, by having the insulation on the roof deck, we help to build a better thermal barrier. The sheeting on top of that insulation is held up off of that insulation about an inch. We install on the roofing system down towards the bottom, you'll see a little lift in the roof. That is an intake vent. That air intake brings air in at the bottom of the roof, and then as it gets hot, as it works its way up the slope of the roof, it will then come out to where we get to our ridge vent system, enables that air to escape out of the house. By doing that, we decrease the chance of having plywood pops. We increase the efficiency of their home by making sure that we don't have moist trapped air in their roofing system. And then we also help to improve the health of their home by eliminating the chance for mold and mildew to build up in that little space that would normally have been there, causing those problems for the Sidons with their home. So you'll also notice on the skylights we've installed all new flashings from not only our tin shingles, but also our top and bottom pan. We also have adhesive leak barrier underneath those metal flashings to give us more protection and more security against leakage when it might snow, and snow might sit on the roof for days at a time. It prevents anything from being pushed up underneath the shingles and then causing a leak problem. We also have the same thing on the stovepipe on the back. We installed a new flashing. So we have a new flashing that's going around the pipe itself, a new storm collar, which we have caulked and sealed. And underneath that flashing as well, we have more ice and water shield or adhesive leak barrier to give us additional protection around a penetration in the roof. Another component that Pressure Point Roofing installed in the Sidon's home is a vented Vlux Skylight. This new skylight, you can open it, which enables you to draw air in. When you open the windows in the home, you can draw fresh air in. With that vented skylight open, it creates a natural draft. So it can replace the air that's in your home with fresh air from outside, reducing your temperatures inside the house, as well as giving you cleaner air inside the home. Another aspect of the Sidon's home is this tie-in that we have that was a real low slope area, and the previous roofing company had installed asphalt shingles. Manufacturer specifications said that anything less than a 3 and 12 should not have architectural asphalt shingles on it. So by having a membrane system on this, we've installed the right product for the right application, ensuring that the Sidons won't have a leak problem in the future. So one of the challenges that happens when you re-roof a home is if you have a sidewall or an end wall application like we have right here, the challenge is the siding is usually older and brittle, so you can't pull it away without breaking it sometimes. And it's down low enough on the deck that you can't get tin shingles or flashings up behind it. So the way that we remedy that is we put our flashings on and then a trim board goes over the top of those, and we use a high-grade caulking to seal it, and then the homeowner can have that trim painted to match the body color of the home, giving us a good weather-tight seal on our roofing application, at the same time a transition piece that does not stand out for the homeowner. On a roofing system like this, we can offer the Sidons a 50-year non-prorated warranty on the materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty from the manufacturer, giving the Sidons a lifetime of peace and comfort with their roofing assembly. I hope you'll join us for our next project, Up on the Roof.